All right, Tennessee and Alabama here. Big one in the SEC. We've got Alabama, 8.5-point home favorites. Total here, 47.5 across the board. Tennessee, a nice little 3-game win streak for them after the loss at Florida. They've really bounced back nicely. 3-0 straight up in ATS, beating UTSA, South Carolina, and Texas A&M last week. The defense has really stepped it up and played a lot better as well. Joe Milton hasn't been great still, only 100 yards passing in the win against A&M, but they got a good performance on the ground from Jalen Wright, their terrific running back. Going to be tougher to run the ball here, though. Let's be real, against this Alabama defense where their strength still has been stopping the run. No question. Can Milton beat them through the air on the road in Tuscaloosa? That's the big question. It's also, keep in mind, a big-time revenge spot for Alabama, who got beat by Tennessee last year in Knoxville 52-49. So Alabama has this one circled, there's no doubt. And this isn't Hendon Hooker anymore. This is Joe Milton. You got to trust him on the road, throwing the ball, especially that running game might be, put to the test here by this Alabama run defense. I'd probably lean to Alabama here, laying the number. Don't know if I will, but don't know if the Tennessee offense is going to thrive here on the road. If they can't run the ball, can Milton do it through the air consistently against this Crimson Tide team? That's the question. I'll say this about Alabama's offense. Jalen Milroe, the last 3 weeks, the A&M game especially, Arkansas. Now, the second half, they kind of went to sleep a little bit, but he's still getting better. He is. He's running the ball. He's throwing the ball better now as well. In another solid game, no mistakes, no interceptions against Arkansas last week. I lean Bama here, and then they're going to want this one after losing to Tennessee on the road last year and really killing their chances of being in the playoff last year as well. What do you think here, Connor, with this one, Tennessee, Alabama?
It is a revenge game. One thing, I don't think I've seen enough of Milton. I don't think he can pass. There's just we saw KJ Jefferson.
Yep.
It's similar. Your guy can make throws, but you saw how many passes are really bad, whether high or low. I think they will have some success running it. The Bama defense is good. They're not great, I don't think. And I just two teams watching that game we had live from the first half to the second. Milroe looked all right, and they just couldn't do anything, the play calls. I know they had, about an 18-point lead, something like that, at halftime. But I don't trust them either. So I like Tennessee, the plus 9.5. I wish it was 10. And you mentioned last year's game, the revenge. Before that, Alabama just took them to the woodshed, especially at home, years past. But I think this Alabama team still has some issues, on both sides of the ball, especially on the opposite side of the ball. Just Tennessee on the road here is a little bit where I pump the brakes, but I lean to the points.